Because this is a competition, it's not just about their culinary skills. The highlight's not in that. I'm looking for organisation today as well, and that's, to me, when you're cooking competitively, you've practiced, you've done a time plan. So it's really good for discipline. It's good for for your skills, yes. But there's so many skills involved in cooking in a competition. I mean, I think it's great for your self-esteem. It's great for organisation, your confidence.
There's several different stages to the home management competition. So the first stage is usually quite a small task. It's usually quite creative in nature. For example, this year it was creating a healthy eating plate, and it was creating a poster with a specific theme in mind. So that there stage is completed just like within your club. So it's usually quite easy, but it's usually quite a fun activity as well. And when you get through to the second stage, that is a theory paper. So that involves a wee bit more serious, a wee bit more thought. So you have your theory paper to do. So it asks you various questions, all obviously with sort of like the agri-food industry in mind, and then very specific consumer questions about, maybe, for example, how do you store your food, etc., etc. And then some quite scientific questions about food as well. So that stage makes you think a wee bit more, and it also incorporates a wee creative aspect as well. So this year you had to design a menu, so got the colouring pencils out, did a wee bit of colouring on the page, and then sort of a practical aspect as well. It's usually identifying maybe like a specific type of fruits or pasta, things like that there, just to show that you have a really all-round knowledge of the home management task. And then if you're lucky enough to get through to the final, you get to come and you get to create a 3-course meal if you're a senior, or a 2-course meal if you're a junior. So this is where the fun starts.
I think the competition definitely does enhance knowledge of products because the remit's very local. So it's Northern Irish pork and bacon, and also I'm very into seasonal produce. So I always ask every year that they use as much local and seasonal food as possible.
I'm a student studying home economics A level at Coleraine, and love food and plan to be getting a job in the agri-food marketing business in Northern Ireland in the near future. But I've taken part in home management for the last 4 years, ever since I've been in Young Farmers, and got through to the second round. This year I was privileged to reach the final, so here we are.
I think it's great holistically for anybody from the Young Farmers to come and compete in this, because you've got to organise yourself, you've got to be confident, you've got to be a good cook. I think it sums up all the virtues of Young Farmers in one single competition.
I've been able to bring out my GCSE practical skills like time management, cooking and preparation, and the presentation of the food. I think I have gained the skills of learning all the vast amount of produce produced in Northern Ireland and sourcing them, trying to make it all homegrown food, and being able to adapt recipes to meet the criteria listed.
I think competition's good. It gets your heart racing a wee bit. You're doing something that's a challenge. We should all set ourselves challenges. You should be out of your comfort zone. I always tell people, be out of your comfort zone. You learn from being out of your comfort zone. They're coming here tonight. They're seeing around a lovely campus, Lochary. They're working in great surroundings. They're meeting different people from other clubs, which is always good. So it's that whole interaction, and yes, it's a competition, but everybody's getting on well. They get on great, And I think it's always good to meet different members. There's people from Dungiven here. There's people from Fermanagh.
Obviously, it's such a great honour to be here tonight competing in the final of the home management competition. And there's such small numbers that get through. There's 4 or 5 in junior and in senior. So whenever you get the letter, you're just like, wow, you need to pull out the stops for tonight, because it would be a great honour, to even get placed, because the standard of work tonight has just been out of this world. You're cooking at home and you think, I'm doing a pretty good job, and then you come here tonight and you're just like, wow, these girls know what they're at. I would say go for it. I think it's a competition that's associated with being, quite female based. So I think it would be great to have some male competition because, I'm in here tonight, I'm against 4 other senior girls. It'd be great to see some boys here. They do have a really competitive spirit, and the boys are always very interested in the agriculture end of young farmers. So it would be great to see how they can apply their agriculture knowledge from really through the farm to fork, and be here tonight and do some cooking and maybe blow us out of the water.